What's up, everybody? Welcome to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, and Nathan Peoples-Jones. Is there every way you don't want to give Nate a headset?
I didn't give or not give him anything.
Come on, man. Give Nate a headset. Give the man a headset. He's done enough work for us.
This is insane. I can hear you guys.
Yeah.
The guy behind the camera.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Oz, Nate.
Hello.
That was a fantastic response. Montgomery, boys basketball. We're about set a couple minutes away from the back half of a girls and boys doubleheader, a special night for us here on the MIRE. The girls just finished a 58-25 victory in the first round of the Somerset County Girls Basketball Tournament. And now the Cougars will host the 19-3 Quakers of Moorestown. So, Timmy, Grundy picks up a game last minute and goes, we'll just get a cupcake.
Yeah. Picks up the 19-3. I mean, it should just be a repeat of what happened in the girls' game.
Yeah, right. No problem.
No problem.
No, obviously, Grundy going wherever he could to pretty much find a game, and it's just one of those situations where I think at first glance you go like, well, God, you're playing a team that's, clearly having a ton of success, and I love it.
I do.
I love it. You are taking your team to a place now where probably the next things are not going to be this thing.
Yeah.
And again, we analogized it last week to like swinging a weighted baseball bat.
Yep.
I don't think that you do well by playing your toughest opponents in the most meaningful games of the season. This one means absolutely nothing.
Yep. I like it. Like two schools of thought, right? You try to get a game that's going to be very winnable, and you can be a tune-up, or this approach. Obviously, you play a team that's going to be a challenging to beat. If you lose, you lost. Not really like a devastating loss because it doesn't really mean anything. Right. If you win, you set yourself up for a lot of confidence going into probably the biggest part of your season.
Biggest part of the season indeed on tap as Montgomery will play on Tuesday against an opponent yet to be determined as they received the 4 seed in the county tournament, which gave them a double bye. So if you're wondering why we're not playing right now, that's why. So we're not playing today and we're not playing Saturday, which is a good thing when you're a Coug.
Yeah. I mean, and how awesome did the season turn out? You ask us, I don't know, somewhere in December or maybe even early January, where do you think we're going to be? I don't know that 4 seed was on our mind.
No.
And then just to come out and just get so many wins in a row and just beating some tough teams to get us some good power points and to put ourselves in a position for a double bye. I mean, you love playing the games, but not having to is awesome too.
And to your point, it wasn't going well.
No.
Like that, and that's putting it nicely, right? I mean, you put the Curry injury in the early season aside, they weren't defending. I mean, when was the last time you could say a Grundy coach team wasn't defending?
Yeah. I mean, at one point, I just remember having a conversation with, like, maybe we're on the outside looking into the playoffs, which is just, like, unheard of.
Yeah, unfathomable.
It's never even think about it. To be able to turn around the season that much is just a testament to these players and their love and desire to perform for Montgomery.
Well, tonight's test will be a stiff one and fun indeed as Moorestown makes the trip up from South Jersey. We are going to step away and we're going to have the national anthem. We're going to come back, bring you starting lineups in the tip-off of the second half of this girls and boys doubleheader as Montgomery hosts Moorestown. Don't go anywhere. You're caught in the MIRE. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back, everybody, to the Mire. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, and Nathan Peoples live from the Cougar Den as we're getting set for the second half of our girls-boys doubleheader as the boys team hosts Moorestown. Let's bring you the starting lineups. First for the Quakers of Moorestown. They come in 19-3. Mo Iral, he is the ball handler for Moorestown. Nick DiMarino. David Geisens, he can light it up from the outside, have to know where he is at all times. Matteo Mongaluzzi and Reese Engelhart will start it for Moorestown. And now the starting lineups for your Montgomery Cougars.
Josh Moore, sophomore, point guard. JT Szymborski, junior, guard.
Aryan Gordy, senior,
It's up to
forward.
you guys.
So, I mean, I don't care what
Matt
way or another
Levy,
if you wanted
junior,
the extra
guard.
camera view.
Brian Curry,
If I
senior,
wanted, if he
guard.
wants me to do the camera.
We'll figure it out. No, you know what? We're trying to, these are the kinds of things we should talk about at commercials, but it's the Mire, so we talk about them on the air. Nate, why don't you run that camera for right now, and then I know Nicole is coming in a little bit, and we'll stick her on the camera whenever she gets here.
All
And
right,
this way you
deal.
can roam around after that.
All right, deal.
Nice. I didn't want to deprive Mire Nation of Neil or of his fancy camera work.
It's all good for right now.
Nate the Great's a natural.
As I was watching our commercials, I got to say, I would be remiss, and I feel kind of like a jerk that I haven't talked about this yet. Our good friend Brett McConnell and his wife Sarah are having a baby.
Nice.
Yeah, how about that? Sarah Samad, obviously owner, proprietor of Atlas Fitness, one of our sponsors, as you see their commercial all the time, announced on Valentine's Day that they are having a baby boy. So congratulations to Brett and Sarah, and couldn't be happier for them.
Yeah, that's some great news. And great timing to announce, man.
Gordy is going to kick back outside for Levy. He had to try to roll into some space. And Curry now ends up with a favorable matchup. He's going to go to the foul line and pull up a little short, but
Good
Gordy's
rebound.
there to poke it back out. Levy, no good off the window. A second offensive rebound for Gordy is altered by Michael Richardson.
We got to finish those because, I mean, that's great because we've been talking about it all year. Gordy's getting those second chance rebounds and baskets, but we got to be able to finish.
Iral loses the handle. That's going to be out of bounds off of Josh Moore. Just a minute gone by in this one, and Montgomery and Moorestown with a little tune-up as we're getting set for postseason basketball to come in the next week or so. Just to give you an idea of what's on tap, as good defense from Levy. Montgomery boys will play next Tuesday against an opponent still to be determined based on who wins in the Somerset County tournament. Good job to alter there, and Curry spinning, firing up ahead for Szymborski, and JT can't get the layup to go, but he'll go to the line.
It's just fun to watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just fun to watch.
And after that county game on Tuesday, it'll either be another county contest Thursday in the semifinals, as the first one from Szymborski is no good off the front of the rim, or there'll probably be a makeup game in there on Thursday for the boys. We'll have both of those for you on the Mire as the second one rattles through for the junior. So Montgomery with the first point of the game. And that will lead us through next week into Monday, the 28th of February. Montgomery at Heightstown as the jumper is up and good from Matteo Mongaluzzi. So we'll be on the road for round one of the playoffs, and from there, Pogue, I don't know what the hell we're going to do.
If there's a game, we're going to try and be there.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I know.
Offensive foul. Great job from guess who? Captain Charge himself, JT Szymborski.
You know, if you're going to do something, do it well, and he does that well.
I'll guarantee you, and again, I'm bringing the officiating standpoint of it into the game, that the guy, it's something that I'm sure they talk about in the pregame. When the officials are in the locker room talking about what's going on, they're saying 20 will stand there and get run over.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, that's what you should do. Great job by Gordy to slip and finish strong at the rim.
I mean, what do you think Grundy does at practice? He just has JT stand there and everybody has to take a turn running into him?
Drive a truck into him. Yeah. Mongeluzzi misses a 3. Curry there to corral the rebound. Stutter step from Curry. And now he'll spin into some traffic. Moore. And Josh will sky, and oh my goodness, the layup somehow doesn't go down.
Looked like he took some steps, though.
Good job from Moorestown to keep possession as Geisens was falling down. And now Mongeluzzi. This is an interesting matchup for Montgomery in a lot of ways, not only on the basketball court as Geisens will spin and miss a leaner, and now an N1 layup is up and good from Richardson. But Moorestown's always the school I feel like we are most compared to by the people in the education side of things too, because the clientele is largely similar.
Is it?
The success, in the classroom and on the athletic field is largely similar. So, a pretty decent comparison as Richardson knocks down some free throws and Moorestown's on top 5-3. An early look at Nick Davino today as he's the first guy off the bench. Szymborski kind of wildly threw that one the other direction, and a good job from JT. If he's going to send anybody to the line, you just make sure he can't score, and Englehart's going to have to earn him.
Yeah. It was a good steal. Nice little move to try to get back inside, and JT just gets a little too much.
But, you got to give credit to Engelhart saying, I'm going to anticipate and be in the passing lane here, and if you're going to throw it.
No, that was a great steal.
It's passes like that 90% of the time teams are loath to take risks and step out in the passing lane that you kind of take for granted most of the season, and certainly not that way against a team that's this good.
Yeah. Cross court.
Good job by Irel on Davino. And Szymborski's there to help. JT's got a pro snap on that pass.
Yeah, it almost had a repeat of the last possession.
Good pace on that one there, and Davino. Man, Moorestown can defend, huh?
Yeah, they're quick to the ball.
Usually when that happens, then this happens as Curry spins into the lane.
It just makes it look like it's not even a thing.
Finishing easily with the right hand is Ryan Curry as we're past the midway point of the first quarter. Here's a 3 from Mo Irel, and he's got it with Curry's hand in his face.
It's a nice little shot right there.
And this is maybe the time when he says, anything you can do, I can do better. Let's see. As they'll get it back. And now they go to Gordy, who does a good job to corral it on the post. And now Curry will try to answer. No good off the back rim. And Geisens has the rebound. Geisens into the lane. He tries to make an extra pass, and Gordy steals it.
Nice.
He'll throw up ahead for Curry. Stutters and lays it in.
There you go. So much less pressure on him now that he's got the 1,000 under his belt. Now it's just build, build, build.
They will add a 6th name to that placard as Gordy with a rejection of Irel, and now a second one.
Oof.
And he does well to stay straight up and down there. Moorestown can't believe no foul called there.
I know. At first you don't see try again. Just Gordy just repeating the result each time.
Szymborski's going to try his hand at a 3. That's no good. And Iro will try a long 2. That one was a little flat. So Curry will try to pull Montgomery even or ahead as Moore will knock down a J.
This looks like a long 2.
And we're tied at 9. Good ball screen from Richardson. And a baseline turnaround. That's a tough shot from Reese Engelhardt. .90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Montgomery trailing by a bucket, but no longer as Curry evens it up.
Great look by JT to see Curry cutting and then easy 2 points.
Geisens puts a good move on Davino, and he'll lay it in. That's an athletic take from David Geisens.
A lot of athletes on the court tonight.
Curry.
Nice pass.
Will kick for Davino with time. That was 3/4 of the way down before rattling out.
I know, and then Curry, it was a great effort to try to get that rebound, but just not quite there.
So Moorestown, for the moment, looks like Quakers might be content to the last shot, Nearly some mass confusion there, and Szymborski almost walked away. Here's an elbow jumper on the way, up and good from Mangialuzzi. So Montgomery with a chance to cut back a little closer here before the end of the quarter. They'll go to Curry.
Oh, good pump.
With a ball fake and a baseline jumper, reminiscent of his 1,000th point. Moorestown racing quickly the other direction. Here's Iril, he'll leave, and a block at the buzzer from the captain.
All right, keeping it in there, man, I like it.
Curry putting his signature on the end of quarter number 1. It's a 2-point game in Montgomery after 8 minutes. We'll be right back. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Poke tried to tell everybody that subtlety is his thing at the break. Although I guess on some level that is pretty true, because you don't ever talk.
Yeah.
I talk when it's necessary.
Meanwhile, like I'm trying to be subtle about like with the camera, I'm like pointing to the joystick, and then Glock's just like, "What are you trying to say?" I was
just
like,
figure it out, bro. I was
like, I'm like trying not to talk about behind the scenes on air.
How can you not?
Poke, you're basically the J.D. Harmeyer for Howard Stern fans out there. You're the J.D. Harmeyer of this broadcast.
I'm familiar with JD. What was it?
Yeah, everybody knows him.
Well, yeah, there's a reason why Howard Stern makes $15 million a year, guys. And it's probably more than that now.
Yeah, well, he's not getting any of my money, so.
Here's a kick back to the outside, and that three-pointer is no good.
That's probably a lie, though. I'm a Sirius XM subscriber, so I'm sure some of that goes to him.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that pretty much all of what you're paying to Sirius XM goes to him.
He goes, yeah.
So take back what you said right now. Curry will handle it for the Cougs. Man, you could say that about so many things in his career, right? Handles the ball. He handles it. Whatever it is, he handles it.
He handles it.
Stephen Donahue's into the game for Montgomery as Davino looked like he might have got hit on the way up, but no call.
Kind of looking for the Curry-esque floater.
John Quick, CWIK.
Good
like the spelling of that.
Yeah, good distinction there. The viewers needed to know.
Well, I just thought I would share what I was looking at here.
Are you a Wordle guy?
Yes, I missed the Wordle today for the first time.
Oh, today was easy.
Good layup inside from Eric Liu. Yeah, today was easy, except if you had the first 3 letters and the last letter, and then the 4th letter could have been one of any 9 consonants.
Yeah.
And I had the first 3 and the last one after guess number 2.
I was lucky. I had the first, I'm sorry.
And we're going to get an offensive foul.
I had the last 3 letters on my first word.
Well, the second to last letter was the most difficult one.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends what words you use. Like, I always use the same 2 words to start. But the point of my story here is it finally, for me, transitioned over to the New York Times, and I lost my streak.
Oh, well, I do it sometimes on my phone and sometimes on the computer,
Oh,
so
okay.
I knew my own streak.
All right. Well,
Gordy with a miss. And it squirts out back to Moorestown.
I mean, I haven't ever missed a word yet, so I'm at like 27 in a row.
I was pissed. I'm not going to lie.
It's like,
But since the New York Times took over, it's got a lot harder.
yeah.
He leads ahead for Gordy, and Gordy misses again on the break. Good communication between Donahue and Luke Smith. And there's a jumper, no good, from Lamar Davis, and Gordy there to corral the rebound. That sudden burst from Curry as he works for a ball screen. And now Luke Smith driving hard, a floater, a little too short, picked up by Leo Herschelwood.
Have you seen the math version of it?
I have not, and I have no desire. You just gave me agita by talking about it.
It's called Nerdle. It's awesome. It's not as hard as you think.
Nope, don't care.
Everyone gets that little aversion, man.
Unlucky there as the ball hit the underside of the basket off of Donahue's hands, so Moorestown's going to get another crack at it.
You just got to make math equations. That's it.
I also want to point out just how conscientious we were not to spoil the Wordle word of the day.
I know. I was going to say what words I guessed, but I don't want to give it away because I got most of the letters in the first word.
Here's a 3. Good job by Gordy to share the basketball there. I like the shape of Curry. And maybe now a little shake from Josh Moore. As Luke Smith will fire away. And he fires away. And it's good. I'm an ass, I know. For everybody that knew what I just did there. That's me being bitter.
Yep.
We almost had to catch Josh Moore right there as Pogue moved very quickly to help Josh.
He had it under control. He's an athlete.
Folks, like, one of 2 things is going to happen. I'm going to get hurt, or I'm going to get hurt.
Or I'm going to try and help him, and I'm going to lead him into the bleachers face first. I stand
Joe
by him.
Bassford was 6 feet behind the bench trying to help Josh Moore. And Pogue just looked at him from a foot away and was like, wow, that would have sucked if you tripped over any of our stuff.
Yeah. Listen, too many cooks in the kitchen's not good.
Wild pass is going to result in an over and back. And Donahue there to make sure that Lamar Davis touches up. It's a 1-point game here midway through quarter number 2. Montgomery doing really well against a very talented 19-3 Moorestown Quaker team.
Yeah, I like it. This is just solid basketball, you know. It's not like super fast-paced. Oh, there you go. There's some. Getting the lead.
Montgomery grabs the lead back. As a 3 is no good from Geisens. And they're going to say that Davis is out of bounds on the baseline. Stellar camera work there from Nathan Peoples. And a timeout on the floor from Moorestown. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep you here. Why don't we promote our principal's Instagram page? She was so nice to join us at halftime of the girls' basketball game just a minute ago, as you get a look at her pooch there, they affectionately refer to as Mostly Good Molly. And make sure you follow the @MHS_Cougar_Den, the brandy new Instagram of our brandy new principal, Heather Pino. If you didn't hear our 7 or 8 minutes with her, after you're done watching this one, head over to halftime of the girls basketball Somerset County tournament victory over North Plainfield, and you'll get to know Heather a little bit better.
I like that. Mostly Good Molly.
Yeah.
It's also one of the most well-behaved dogs you've ever met. So
Yeah. Great slip screen again from Gordy, who lays it in.
There you go. We got some momentum going.
You know, I think as you look at it, what may be different from earlier in the season to now, just the consistency on offense has ramped itself up.
Yeah, I'd agree. Like just finishing around the basket is way better. Honestly, the boards have been really good in the last few games. And we know that makes a huge difference in every game.
I think you really start to see Montgomery hit its stride in the week or so leading up to Franklin. And then, in the away game at Franklin, I feel like it was a watershed moment as Gordy steps out and gets another block. A team as talented and as athletic as Franklin is, for them to play as consistently offensively as Montgomery did that game, I have to imagine that engendered a lot of confidence. And it's kind of kept up here, and we're going to get a travel. Unfortunate from there.
Yeah, he just got tripped up. And
Reese Englehart.
Dude, I loved Gordy's block on that three-pointer. Like, I feel like there's very few things in basketball as demoralizing as getting blocked when you're shooting a three-pointer.
Curry will float to the basket. And that's actually a great play by Englehart because Curry tried to wrong hand him and go up lefty there because you don't really expect that.
Yeah.
That one goes off of the knee of Curry, but Irel there to corral it. Here's another three, and that one is good from Mo Irel.
Got a nice little touch.
We are knotted at 20. 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Back end of a girl-boy doubleheader. A lot of basketball here at Montgomery today, and MIRE was here to bring you most of it. Great cut, Luke Smith, and he's not going to be able to finish. Gordy is going to get fouled, though.
As we sing the praises.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still going to have that, regardless of how consistent you become, you're still going to have things like just bad breaks, man.
Yeah, and that was that there. First foul of the game on Mo Irel, and Gordy knocks down the first one. Give Montgomery the lead back for the moment.
That was nice. That was confident.
Mikhail Richardson is back in the game. And Szymborski will also find his way back in. I just can't say enough about Luke Smith and Davino and just kind of the energy that they bring to the court with Donahue, and it's been certainly better than I would have expected.
Yeah, I feel like the story of most of the games have been the play of those players.
This is, and we haven't talked about this yet, though we tend to talk about it a lot as Richardson's going to lay it in against teams we don't play very often because of how late this edition of the game was, and because we don't play them often at all. Moorestown may be saying to itself, what kind of defense are we facing here?
Yeah, that's true.
Because what we normally do against that doesn't work. And we're going to get a dunk the other direction by Reese Englehart.
I feel like as a coach, like that was awful close to not being to being a made dunk. As a coach, you're like holding your breath.
Donahue faces up to the basket. You saw Donahue with a course correction there on that bounce pass, though. I liked it. Inside out for Moore. He's going to try a three, and Josh is nothing but net.
All right. I love it. We'll take your dunk. I'll raise you a three-pointer.
A straightaway three from Moore has the Cougar lead back, and Curry's going to get called for a reach, I believe. No, they'll get Donahue. First foul of the game against Stephen Donahue. If you've been with us all evening long, you know that name from the previous game, as Montgomery senior Kay Donahue had a huge hand, as she has all season, in propelling Montgomery to the second round of the girls basketball Somerset County tournament. Under 20 to go in the second quarter. And Moorestown trying to get the lead back here. Eye roll. Great job by Montgomery. Engelhart will pull up with a hand in his face. It's no good. Gordy's got the rebound with 2 with 1. Curry from three-quarter court. Oh, and it's just off the side of the rim. Almost some fireworks.
Yeah, Kramer couldn't keep up with it, but almost a great one.
2 quarters in the books here in Montgomery. And how about it, folks? We got a ball game. 25-24 Cougs. And we'll be back. Statistics and analysis. Second half. Right after this, you're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. to the Mire. We're just trading our we're talking portfolios off the air, our stock portfolios.
As you can imagine.
Amazingly, the conversation lasted more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't really know how that happened.
Well, it was mostly led by you. That's how it happened. More than 30 seconds.
Listen, when you listen to enough podcasts, you hear cool stuff, man.
I got to start listening to podcasts.
Let's give you some statistics as we head to the third quarter. Montgomery leads it by a point. And for Moorestown, it's just kind of been a smattering. Mo Irel leads the Moorestown scorers with 6. And Reese Englehart's got 5. David Geisens is held to just 2 points so far, and that is a good thing if you're a Montgomery Cougar. Mikhail Richardson also has 5 for Moorestown. For Montgomery, Ryan Curry leads the way for all scorers with 10. Gordy's got 6. Josh Moore with 5. And Luke Smith's got a 3-pointer. JT Szymborski's got a point. And that's all she wrote. We're underway in the second half.
You know what I love about that, like you said, Curry leads all the way with 10. It's been a quiet 10.
Yeah.
But he's got 10. That's a lot.
Get a kick ball, and Montgomery will stay with it. I know you're all going to be good to know. I just got very excited to know. I just got an email from YouTube that says the copyright claim that was made against our JV boys game was released.
As it should be.
No clue what the copyright claim was about, but you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
And also good news in the email before the girls' game started, we got an email from Superintendent McLaughlin that Montgomery will be going mask optional on March 7th.
Oh, I got that one track practice. That was
Floater from Curry was no good. I'm to say excited to be able to see the faces of my students again is the most understated thing in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and that honestly is such a game changer. I see these kids, like we actually recently at the lower middle school went to, they could take their mask off outside. And like, I almost didn't recognize kids in my class that I've been looking at all year.
Levy does well over the midcourt line as Moore will drive and kick. Szymborski, they've guarded him well outside. I don't even know if he has an attempt. I say that, and now they find him free, and he hits it.
Yes.
Maybe if I conjure up a couple more
Yeah.
things. Lottery number, any numbers coming to my head? A 3 for Szymborski, and the lead grows to 4 for Montgomery.
I mean, you almost did the opposite of the Meyer jinx. You were about to talk about how, like, how he's just been flat, and now, like,
Seriously.
I like it.
I don't really know how to recreate that, though. I've been doing the
Yeah.
Meyer jinx so long, it's kind of
Yeah.
second nature.
You'd be like, oh, that Gordy hasn't dunked in a while, Make it happen. Oh, get out of town. Get out of town.
We almost engineered it there again.
I
2
should have said
possessions
block.
in a row.
I should have said block.
Jeez.
Dude, I love it. Gordy's having a game, man. I like it.
No good on the first one.
That was a product of the Cougar Den getting loud.
Lamar Davis on the miss. Jonas Filak joining us live in the Mire
this
after his
guy.
little swim meet.
Nice. You mean I'm going to have to watch the game in real life?
You may be able to get to watch the game in real life.
I'm controlling the camera, so I'm watching it on a little television.
Ball is knocked out of the hands of Gordy, and Moorestown will run the other way. Geisens.
Long two.
No, they're going to call that one a 3.
Wow.
Now the full court pressure. Gordy needs some help and gets it from Moore. Josh will spin his way over midcourt, and now behind his back. Finally, Curry puts a little end to the madness.
I'm here.
Mr. Filak, how are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. More awesome now that Gordy finishes at the rim again.
All right. This
Love
is
it.
how basketball is meant to be watched.
Love and life. If you're a Cougar fan, as we're going to get an illegal screen on Lamar Davis.
Yeah, buddy. Let's get a little run going.
This has been a well put together game so far for Montgomery, as Levy this time will break the press and he'll go to the hole with a scoop shot and just can't get it to go off the front of the rim.
Almost, though.
Good job by Szymborski to not pick up a silly foul on the outside. Engelhardt
Nice
passed on a
pass.
baseline J. And it'll be a foul line jumper again from Manjaluzzi.
Yeah, some quick feet. Made some space for himself. Got the easy jumper.
Matteo Manjaluzzi with a very good looking mid-range jumper, as Levy again just can't get it to go.
It's a good shot, but
Man, Montgomery, if they end up losing this one, as Geisens is going to get fouled, they're going to look back on all the missed chippies near the rim.
yeah, that's 3 fouls on Gordy.
There are a lot of people here today.
No doubt. Jonas, did you get some improper benefits from a private school that they were trying to lure you away from Montgomery with that petty bag?
No, that's a club team that I swim for.
Oh, yeah, the old club team that happens to have the same name as the high school that they wanted you to go to go
I
swimming?
see how it is.
Right, right. I got you. Second one also no good. So Montgomery able to maintain its lead. We get in trouble, Poke?
Yeah, something about pack up your stuff. It was you, not me, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Now he's talking about the Sixers.
Oh. Did you listen to that podcast I sent you?
I did. I started that one. Did not finish it yet, though.
It was really the first long-form interview that I've ever heard with the Sixers GM, as Moorestown knocks it out of bounds. And Daryl Morey, I got to tell you, I liked what I was hearing.
Big fan. Big fan.
I initially, to where I didn't think that Harden trade was a good trade, I'm warming to the trade.
Well, if you understand the thinking, it's a lot easier to kind of swallow. All right, I get why you did what you did, why you gave up what you did.
Davino shields himself away, and Szymborski fires away. But Geisens skies for the rebound.
Yeah, gotta keep shooting though. Keep taking that shot because he's gonna fall.
A drive and a kick. Here's eye roll. That's no good, and Josh Moore has it.
Nice rebound.
He'll attack and floater. Yes.
I love that little floater.
Josh Moore playing a really good game offensively for Montgomery. Donahue went for the steal and missed by an inch.
High risk, high reward.
Lamar Davis on the receiving end.
Good ball movement.
Moore is going to get fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor. Manjaluzzi is protesting in a Curry-esque manner. It's been a pretty fun ball game all the way through, as Montgomery clings to a 1-point lead at this juncture. Arian Gordy's played a good game as well, and he's on the bench with 3 fouls. Curry will head back.
That's right. Get it in the hands of your guy.
And he'll retrieve it and just say, wait a minute, let's see what Moorestown's going to do here. They send a double team at the ball. They feed into the middle. Like a great receiver, Davino comes to the basketball, and Montgomery able to get another crack at offense. It'll end up with Szymborski, and a 3. He's got it!
Get in there.
And one from the corner for JT.
My man.
You know,
Came to play.
as my dad used to say, when you're living right, good things happen for you. And, you know, for Davino missing another one, you know, in the lane, ends up with a potential 4-point play. Den goes quiet, and Szymborski makes it count.
Getting the 4-point play, baby.
Biggest lead in a while for the Cougs at 5.
Just got to keep the pedal on the metal, man.
Man, the Cougs really do know how to, the fan section knows how to poke the bear at the wrong time,
Yeah,
don't
I
they?
know. I was like,
You know what I mean?
we're like, well, we just got the lead. Let's
Yeah.
give it a minute.
Hang on for a second.
Give
Just
it a
let the
minute.
momentum roll. Like, can we have that? Maybe when we, we're down a little bit. Curry's going to draw an offensive foul.
Oh, I love it.
Smart play
Oh,
from the Cougar captain.
We have
First-
a lot of cameras set up today.
We do.
Lots of different angles.
that's how we do it on the MIRE.
I like it.
Matt Pogue tickling the ivories of the production truck over here. Playing it like a piano.
He's doing what
Montgomery,
he
I was
does
just going to say, might need a timeout
Yeah.
to save some possession. Just the 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. We're nearing the 2-minute mark of quarter number 3. It has been a fantastic evening for basketball here in Montgomery. The girls basketball team kicked things off with a big 58-25 victory over North Plainfield in the first round of the Somerset County girls basketball tournament, earning a berth on Saturday against the 7-seed Mount St. Mary. And the boys team has followed it up nicely.
Yeah, some great basketball.
This has been a fun one. Odds certainly stacked against Montgomery just on paper, but we don't play basketball games on paper. We play them inside computer screens. And Montgomery's got a 5-point lead as we near the end of the third quarter. Ryan Curry, the 1,000-point scorer. You don't really see
Over 1,000.
over 1,000 now by a healthy margin. As Engelhart will pick up on him.
Do we know what he's at now?
Nope, don't care. It's 1,000.
Okay.
2 more than that
Yeah.
than it was a minute ago.
Yeah.
Impressive drive from the Cougar captain, the Army-bound senior. Been in double digits since the half. And the lead is the biggest it's been all night now for Montgomery at 7. That's actually a break for Montgomery.
Because he was going to get an easy one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you somehow fouled him while he's on the floor.
Yep, that was.
Now you're making him earn another basket. And Smith is going to do well to poke it away from Manjaluzzi.
Dude, I just love how conditioned everybody's team's basketball players are. When the ball goes out of bounds, you point your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now we're going to get, they tried to do, I think, they tried to throw that off of Moore's back. I couldn't see. There were a bunch of people between me and it, but they called a violation on the player taking the ball out, and I think he tried to go off Moore's back and then never established himself inside. They're going to drive and kick for another three-point shooter, Luke Smith, and then they're going to get over the back foul on Stephen Donahue.
I was really hoping that was going to go in because I haven't heard you say it yet.
We still got 90 seconds or so to
Just really hoping.
for Luke Smith to put his third quarter three-point stamp on this one. We'll have to.
I mean, and it would be a big 3.
That would have been a very, very big 3. A great take from Reese Engelhart. Oh, and just unfortunate there for Montgomery is Luke Smith, I don't think, wanted to take that ball out, and the ball just hit him in the chest. And he caught it because it hit him in the chest.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
And I think that is what it was, too. Official Bobby Davison there telling.
Wide open. Oh, he got a.
Oh.
Great job
Wow.
by Moorestown. No foul call on Ryan Curry. Montgomery lucky there. And the senior will throw up a floater, no good. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds by Mo Irel.
Yeah, Curry tried to almost put it back up right as he was in the air, and he kind of got hands tangled with them.
Under a minute to go. Lead remains 5 for the Cougs. Curry right off the inbound for 3. Yes!
Oh, he's a sweet roll all around, falling down.
Falling into the Cougar bench. A lot of help there to catch him. And the lead is 8.
What a beautiful shot.
Eye roll to cut it back. No, Curry's got it. He's going to throw up ahead for Luke Smith on a run out, and Luke is going to get pinned to the backboard, but he's going to go to the line for his troubles.
It's a nice little run from Montgomery.
That's something that Curry and Smith have developed some chemistry with as the season has gone on, using the athleticism, you know, and the speed of Smith and guys like Davino to get easy buckets. First one from Luke is good.
It's just Curry's overall vision. I mean, he sees the entire court the whole time.
Like Matt Ryan dropped a dime on him down the floor.
I mean, I would go with a different quarterback analogy.
You would, but I
mean,
wouldn't. I loved those Matt Stafford's a Hall of Famer comparisons, and then all of a sudden they started throwing up the side-by-side between Ryan and Stafford, and it was like, oh, if you're okay with Stafford, you better be okay with Ryan for the Hall of Fame, because Ryan's numbers are way better.
Yeah. But how many Super Bowls does Ryan have?
Listen, okay, it's an afterthought. Don't worry about that.
That's one number that is.
Don't worry about that. Listen, the game ended at the start of the fourth quarter against New England. I turned it off.
Yeah.
10-point lead for Montgomery. Wish I could forget that.
Anybody you ask who did thinks Ryan has a Super Bowl victory.
Curry's going to throw up ahead for Moore, and Josh is going to lay it in. And the lead for Montgomery is 12.
Oh, man. Now you got to keep it up, though. Don't get complacent.
No stupid fouls here at the end of the third with 6 seconds. Davis is going to go over the top, and they are going to pick up a foul, but Richardson is going to have to earn him the hard way with 2.8. Now, the absolute best case scenario right now is he misses the first one, hits the second one, which still gives you
a little bit.
You know, a 2.8 is an eternity for Curry, and he does as ordered and misses the first one. So, you know, for a guy like Curry or Davino or Donahue to get up the court in 2.8, he misses them both. Curry's got a rebound from half court.
Get it, come on.
He's getting closer, boy.
Man, that's like the 6th or 7th quarter in a row where we just got so close to getting the buzzer beater.
One of them's going to fall. A lot so far has fallen for Montgomery. 8 minutes left to go. And what has been a really fun ball game. Montgomery leads it by 12 over 19-3 Moorestown. We'll be right back. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience.
Of course.
Welcome back to the Mire. Keith Glock, Matt Polk, Jonas Filak, Nathan Peoples. Timmy just commenting on how fantastic Nate's sideline camera skills are. And
I know, he's got a future in the biz.
Yeah, he's getting there.
This is going to be on his highlight reel.
he said, Polk, tell him about the email he sent you the other day.
He signs off his signature now as the greatest Mire cameraman ever. And I can't disagree. We haven't had a ton of cameramen, but he still might be up there.
So we just forget what I did?
No.
All he's doing is challenging you, Jonas.
I was just going to say, lest somebody on the headset right now doesn't take that as a challenge.
Yep. Everybody wins.
Listen, if all your apparel is any indication, you're going to be leaving us for Petty in 5 minutes anyway. Don't worry. It's like the nicest bag I've ever seen.
It all starts with a complimentary swim bag for the club.
Curry
Oh,
will
it is not complimentary. I can tell you that.
go the other way, and he lays it in.
I was really looking for
about
off
that?
the glass to Gordy to slow it down. Like, come on, man.
Curry says I don't need any help.
Yeah.
I do it myself. A great start to the fourth in the same way that has been so far for Montgomery, as Geisens is going to miss a three. Szymborski trying to box out, and he does.
Oh, great job.
Moorestown has to be a little risky, and Curry will kick it back out. Luke Smith, no good. Gordy's going to pick up foul number 4. Now listen, I would have said a while back that might have been the worst thing in the world that could possibly happen. Montgomery did build a 12-point lead with Gordy on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, well, some of that was he was in, but they have proven in the games where he's been in foul trouble that they can still rebound. They can still accomplish all the same things they do when he's out.
We're going to go to the post and work. Szymborski. And now a 3. No good, and that's off the stanchion and the miss from Manjaluzzi.
I love that. I love when that happens for us, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Where it's like it could be a rebound we might not get, but it hits a, what'd you call it, the stanchion?
Yeah.
The stanchion. I learned a vocabulary word today.
There's your SAT word of the day, as Josh Moore will throw it back outside to Davino. You certainly see the urgency, rightly so, from Moorestown. I'm surprised they haven't doubled the basketball more in the same way that they were early in the second quarter, because it seemed successful.
Really, see, I just thought that it wasn't really too successful for them. They were able to, Montgomery was able to break it. I mean, we just weren't able to finish around the hoop.
Clock is not Montgomery, or not Moorestown's friend, I should say.
Oh, good break for the Cougars.
Fortunate, as you mentioned, for Curry to spin and now kick. A great extra for the three-point shooter, no good. Luke Smith, though, will rise. And now between a couple of guys, go back up.
On.
And he's going to go to the free throw line.
I love it, dude. I love how strong they play. You know, you watch them get a rebound like that, make those moves inside. You think he's a junior, senior, you know, experienced player.
Future is bright for that quartet of sophomores. We forget almost that Moore is in the same place with them, right? Because he's just played so much in the last year and a half.
I mean, really, they just need like a 6'7" guy to move into Montgomery, and we're set.
Or Donahue to grow to 6'7",
yeah,
and then we'll be fine.
That too, that works. Oh, look what I found.
Davino scoops that up. The lead remains 15 for the Cougs. Curry rightly in no rush.
Yeah, just take your time.
Curry, of course, eclipsed the 1,000-point mark last Thursday against Somerville with a sideline, or rather baseline floater at this end of the court. Great look. Smith from the corner, that's off.
Just a little too strong.
Luke's been a little strong tonight, struggling with his three-point shot, but ball nearly turned over. And that one was just a wild shot, rebounded by Szymborski, and JT wisely turns back around and gives it to Curry.
Give it to your guy.
Curry will go quickly into the lane, and he's hit. Doesn't matter. What hand do you want me to use? The left? No problem. A 17-point lead now for the Cougs.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. In the words of Jonas.
That's all I can say. Wow.
Wow.
Geisens can't come up with the rebound, and Curry tiptoes the line, and now Smith will go to Davino. He is clobbered, no call.
That's surprising.
And a timeout for Moorestown.
Get their composure.
They need a little bit of it. Let's see. Fuller 30. And that'll depend what we do. It's a 30, so we'll hang out here. 50-33. Montgomery leads the visiting Quakers of Moorestown. A back-and-forth game, and a one-point game, in fact, at halftime. Just 9 points through the first 12 minutes of this second half for Moorestown. Uncharacteristic for a team that came into this one 19-3.
Yeah, I think maybe you hit the nail on the head earlier when you're saying maybe they're not used to the defense that Montgomery's throwing out. They do seem like they're not quite in a rhythm, you know, so that could have a lot to do with it. But regardless, offensively, Montgomery's firing on all cylinders.
This is, we talked about the consistency that the team has developed over the last really 3 weeks. And, I mean, this is the time of year when you want this to be happening, right?
Yeah.
Kick ball. C.J. Hayes is into the ball game. It's almost to the point of it, at this point of Moorestown's kind of playing the also-rans, and a very nice finish from Ryan Lynch.
Yeah, they got some big guys out there.
Didn't wait at all for Gordy to get over there on the help defense. So smartly done by Lynch. Curry just putting on an absolute acrobatic display.
I wanted that so
He's just
bad.
giving us a show.
I did not want that.
I wanted that so bad.
Szymborski tries it. No good. Gordy, though, to Sky for the rebound.
He's on the boards has been playing great, but I mean, I loved watching Rubio do it, you know, shoot the threes. I love when you get a guy who doesn't normally, you know, get a chance to put them up.
This is what I love right here.
Oh, yeah,
I could watch this all day.
Who doesn't love that?
Should have won around again.
He might just yet before this possession's over. Hang on. Hayes is going to pick up a foul.
He's going to put us in the bonus.
It'll be 1-1. This is the kind of game where the contribution offensively from a guy like Josh Moore can get lost. But contributions like that he is given today are the ones that make you successful in the postseason. 8 or 10 points from a guy who scores 4 or 5 a game.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
And big points, man. He hit that 3 in the first quarter. Ooh, Eric Liu with a nice little hook shot over Gordy. Yeah. But yeah, like when his contribution in the first half is just, you know, super important.
The double team comes and Curry says, "What of it? I don't care."
Go in circles. Come on.
Good backdoor cut from Smith, and he'll just kick it back outside and say, "We can afford to be patient right now."
Yeah.
The urgency that Smith passes the ball with it's fantastic. That Luke is basically, every time you watch him make a pass like that, it's almost like he's thinking, I'm not going to allow any room in anybody's mind for this to be stolen.
Yeah. No, he's very solid in that aspect.
Curry knocks down the front end of 1-on-1. It reminds me, actually, and this is a bad comparison, of a Michael Vick throwing a screen pass back in the Falcons days. It's like, you're 2 feet away. Like, just give me a little touch, bro.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was a compliment to Luke in that there was no, you know.
Room for error.
Yeah.
Tattoo in chest when you're 2 feet away. Like.
C.J. Hayes will kick back outside. A contested 3 is no good.
Gordy was looking for it.
Yeah, no reason for it.
Other than watching a dunk.
Well, okay. You know what? It's very on brand for you, Timmy.
Yeah.
That's good. You keep rolling with that.
I'm a fan of basketball, man.
No doubt.
That's what it is.
Montgomery is putting the finishing touches on an awesome night of basketball here in the Den. First, the girls' basketball team takes care of North Plainfield, go into the next round of the county tournament, and Montgomery on the boys' side looks like it's going to win in impressive fashion over a really talented Moorestown team. Curry's going to come down with it. Timeout for the Cougs just to get some subs into the game. As you're going to see James Moore, Alex Pendris, and Kerry Wong.
I mean, I feel like tonight was a really great night for Montgomery basketball. Boys basketball, girls basketball, just all together. Solid stuff, man.
Lot of fun here tonight in the Den. May my little prayer to the basketball gods, may tonight be reflective of the rest of the season for both squads.
Yeah.
Kerry Wong will control it for the Cougs. Gives a little forearm shiver, no call on Joe McBride.
You're back. I love it. Well, here, I'll hand this to you then.
Kerry Wong is caught in the corner. They're going to get a 5-second call and turn it over. Man, this is, you have to feel fantastic if you're a Cougar boys basketball fan.
Yeah, of course.
We joked about it yesterday in our group chat. It was like, gonna pick up 19-3 Moorestown. Why not? Because, like, it was just kind of like more like a little bit of a.
I mean, you always know Montgomery's going to be in it, but like when you pick up a great opponent,
Yeah.
You expect it to be maybe a little closer, or girls set the pace, boys matched.
No doubt.
It's a great day to watch some basketball here in the Den, or on the Mire if you weren't able to make it.
That's correct.
But it's always great to watch basketball on the Mire.
Magnus Wallace and Brian Szymborski are into the game as Magnus will take it right to the hole.
I'm going to get mine.
And a layup up and good from Brian Szymborski.
Yes, the Cougar Den goes crazy.
And that is going to do it. A 54-39 victory, sending Moorestown back to South Jersey. How about that?
What a great day.
A fantastic night of basketball in Montgomery. Back-to-back victories for the ladies in the Somerset County tournament, and now for the boys in what we talked about as a meaningless game in terms of the standings and the power points and the playoffs has turned itself for Montgomery into maybe a rallying cry.
I love it.
What can possibly come of the next 10 to 15 days in this boys basketball season? Will tonight be really the springboard? They were on their way, and I'm going to say this, and it's almost, you could try to infer that I was not prior to this, but they are making a believer out of me right now. I'm about as big a Montgomery basketball fan as anybody possibly could be, but as a realist, like you mentioned early in the season, I just didn't know what was going to be. We're ready.
Yeah.
We are ready for postseason basketball right now. There is no doubt about it.
That's what you want, man. You want to play your best basketball when it means the most, and that's currently what we're doing. And with any luck, it's what we'll continue to do.
We really better be ready to figure out how to steal somebody's signal when we're down in Florida, Pope. We're going to have to figure that out, potentially.
Boy. Oh, boy.
Our next broadcast. I got to attend to, but we're miring Tuesday.
You got me.
Whoever we're playing, maybe Somerville, we don't really know yet. We'll see what happens in the county tournament, but we will be back with you in the Mire on Tuesday for the boys basketball Somerset County tournament, and from there we're going to see. The only other one we know definitely about is Monday, February 28th at Heightstown in the opening round of the Central Jersey Group 4 tournament.
It's going to be some nice basketball.
Heck of a night for basketball here in Montgomery. The proceeding's been a production of the Mire. It's the sole property of the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account without the express consent of the Mire is strictly prohibited. Girls basketball 58-25 over North Plainfield. Boys basketball 54-39 over Moorestown. An awesome night for basketball here in Montgomery. Nathan Peoples, Tim Bartholomew, Jonas Fielak, and Matt Pogue. I'm Keith Glock. Thanks everybody for watching.